Once again, hello and welcome to Africa Radio Television. This is Mohokahanyi Rama Inwane. With me is Parliamentary Affairs Coordinator to the Office of the Prime Minister, Ndate Khosi Makuakube. Ndate ga amohela.
Re a leboga ntate Basotho ba dumela gohle mo ba ntseng ba le gona teng.
We meet today having heard from the UN Electoral Observer Mission. Last they were here, you were still part of the CSOs, and currently you are now part of the government. Did you agree with the 21 recommendations that they had provided with us after the elections?
No, thank you so much. Really, I totally agree with them. For example,
yes,
we really observed that the elections of 2022, we used to have 3 months of voter education.
Yes.
But that was not the case. It ran only for 3 weeks.
Yes.
And now we found out that the reason was the budget, which actually goes to the fact that one of the recommendations is the autonomy of the IEC,
yes,
that it has to do their own budgetary budget.
Yes.
And I totally agree with them that this is a critical institution for democracy. It has to be seen,
yes,
not influenced in any way by the executive.
Correct.
Otherwise, if the budget is completely determined by the executive, there is no way that the autonomy can be realized,
yes,
as it was the case.
Yes.
Because every time when they exercise their own mandate, they will always be at the mercy of the executive,
yes,
which actually undermines their own autonomy. That's why I say I totally agree with the recommendations. Yes.
Now, let's just focus on the IEC really, because it was the bigger part of the 7 priorities. There seems to be more voter education. Just tell us your take now that you are part of the government. What is it that has been done? And how do you think that will affect the upcoming elections?
Absolutely, especially that now I'm working with the parliamentarians as a coordinator of parliamentary affairs. It's actually my duty to make sure that those 2 bills,
yes,
that are already with the portfolios in the parliament,
yes,
I have to make sure that actually they, within 30 days, because the minimum according to the standing order,
yes,
is 30 days that the portfolio committees will have met with the stakeholders for their input in terms, yes, of citizen participation. And we think they should do it as fast as possible so that it comes back into the House and becomes the law.
Yes.
Because we heard directly from the IEC that if that cannot be passed, especially the identity thing,
yes,
then during the voting time,
yes,
that will be a problem. Because as we have heard, it's like now there is that from the parliamentarians and other quarters, yes, that even the registration that is being undertaken by IEC,
yes,
is actually not illegal. So imagine that if that law cannot be passed by the parliament, the voting time,
yes,
then we're going to face a crisis. So I will have to make sure now that I am also responsible now as a coordinator to visit the ministries for making sure that they amend laws,
yes,
they create new bills,
yes,
to enable all the institutions to run efficiently.
Yes.
So I am taking it as upon my responsibility in the office of the Prime Minister,
yes,
to ensure that to allow IEC to run efficiently, we need to ensure that these 2 laws are passed by the National Assembly.
On the issue of reforms, the 10th Amendment has already been challenged in the High Court. The 11th Amendment itself has not actually passed in Parliament. What is the problem? How is it that the 10th Amendment is passed in a way that it can be challenged in court? The minister said, Kelly said, we realized later. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, in the beginning,
yes,
you will recall, and Mosutu or whoever is actually watching,
yes,
will recall that there were a series of meetings between the opposition and the government in terms of how they proceed with the 10th Amendment.
Yes.
And they ended up agreeing on the categorizing the approach.
Yes.
That the simple majority votes will be in the 10th Amendment. Those who would demand 2/3 will go to the 11th, and the referendum will be the last one.
Yes.
But during the process,
Yes.
unfortunately,
Yes.
the parliamentarians agreed that which was demanding more time in terms of discussion in the 10th Amendment.
Yes.
For example, Parliament Chief.
Yes.
It was in the 10th amendment.
Yes.
Now when they could not agree,
Yes.
now they started to say, look, let's take out those which we cannot agree and then throw them into 11th.
Yes.
And then let's go into the 11th and see which ones are very simple, bring them into the 10th
Yes.
so that we move fast.
Yes.
And that actually confused the whole process in terms of mixing up the simple votes,
Yes.
2/3.
Yes.
But even those, two of them
Yes.
demanding referendum, they mixed up masala, and then at that time they did not realize that
Yeah, no.
until it went to the Senate.
Yes.
So when it came back from the Senate with the recommendations,
Yes.
and Professor Mahau brought that into the attention of the House,
Yes.
especially to the Speaker,
Yes.
realizing that, look, we are seeing the recommendations from the amendments from the Senate,
Yes.
and some of them actually they fall under the 2/3.
Yes.
Are we going to vote again for them? And the Speaker said, no, I have consulted enough, we don't vote anymore. We just take for granted that we voted first time, the last time before it went to the Senate.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that was unfortunately the oversight
Yes.
by the Speaker.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly where we are now. That's exactly where we are now.
Okay. Back to the IEC. The issue of budget. The IEC must also be financially independent. This issue has not been dealt with. You are the coordinator there. What is the conversation around this? In the corridors, in your office? What is the challenge? What is the problem that's stopping IEC being given the financial independence?
Actually, it was like the 10th Amendment was going to address this.
Yes.
And now it was done, it was passed.
Yes.
We realized that it never addressed the autonomy of the IEC. Only yesterday,
Yes.
those two bills
Yes.
were tabled in the House. It means those two bills, especially the first bill, the party bill,
Yes.
and the voting with the registration bill
That is correct.
of the IEC.
Yes.
That is exactly the one, because the Constitution already
Yes.
is alluding to the fact that IEC is autonomous.
Correct.
But now with the regulation and that act is going to directly and specify how it becomes
Yes.
autonomous
Yes.
in terms of budget.
Okay.
Because the Constitution has already declared,
The
but it has
independence.
never been able to make its own. Exactly. It
Yes.
has already declared its independence.
Yes,
But
yes.
it's always receiving the budget from somewhere else. So with the help of that act,
Yeah.
it is going to be enforcing
Yes.
to ensure that really it makes its own budget. That's why it is so critical.
Yes.
And I hope now the executive is realizing, when they tabled that yesterday,
Yes.
they realize that it is absolutely critical for the elections which are going to come less than 2 years to come from
Yes.
now. Otherwise, then the executive is going to be in trouble, because the citizens will realize that it doesn't support the autonomy. And then once it doesn't support the autonomy,
Yes.
you know that is a very critical institution in terms of a democracy.
That is
So
correct.
once you cannot have credible results, and then the blame is shifted to the executive,
Yes.
then the trust from the citizens will be eroded. So I think they will make sure that they really do their work
Yes.
to ensure that IEC becomes autonomous,
Yes.
so that they don't interfere with the proceedings of the IEC. Yes.
Speaking about an important institution in democracy is the issue of media.
Yes.
The recommendation spoke a lot about the freedom
Yeah.
of the media, but it is this year that we saw one of the journalists from Lesotho Times being detained and so on and so forth. There are other incidents of interference. What is going on? Yes.
No, you're absolutely correct in that, especially the editor of Lesotho Times,
Yes.
which is very regrettable, really, because actually, when you suspect that something might have happened, you dialogue, you negotiate. You know,
Yes.
there was another approach that they should have taken.
Yes.
That sitting down, trying to understand each other, building the consensus is much better than arrest, and later when you apologize, you realize that you made a mistake. And with that one is regrettable, and we think that institution will have learned a lesson indeed. Because also another thing of, autonomous institutions,
Yes.
they cannot directly be really determined by the executive per se.
Yes.
Of course, they are institutions working together with the executive, but the blame of their institutions, even though they are autonomous,
Yes.
it goes back to the executive,
Yes.
and it's a very regrettable issue, really indeed.
As a parting shot,
Yes.
do you think we have done enough with the reforms, or there is still a much longer way to go?
I'm telling you, another thing that I always believe in is the spirit behind the reforms, because if we push the reforms and actually they don't seem to be bearing the fruits and transforming whatever it was meant for, then it's a futile exercise.
Yes.
We want to see the reforms transforming structures, institutions, policies, and even the service delivery. And we want to see the beneficiaries, which are citizens, benefiting from such. What I like of the 10th anniversary is that there is a clause which actually says within 18 months after this has become a law,
Yes.
the executive should start to implement. I like that clause.
Okay.
And the time is ticking. It's ticking. Because Human Rights Commission, it has
Yes.
to be established.
Yes.
The Commission for Anti-Corruption, it has to be established.
Yes.
Because the Constitution, the amendment says it should actually be seen away from the political figure, which is the Prime Minister.
Yes.
It should be enjoying its own autonomy, no interference
Yes.
from the Prime Minister.
Yes.
So the Commission has to be established of the anti-corruption.
Yes.
The human rights has to be established.
Yes.
The Parliamentary Commission service has to, and
Yes.
the time is moving fast, but I trust that because of that loss,
Yes.
things will have to happen,
Yes.
and things will change a lot of that.
Is there political will?
I'm telling you, there is political will, my brother.
Okay.
And I'm happy because otherwise,
Yes.
without political will,
Yes.
then the same executive will have to be arrested. So
I don't want that.
I'm telling you, there has to be political will, whether they like it or not.
Hey, Adad, thank you so much, Tonakholo.
Thank you so much,
I don't want
Tonakholo.
that.